got the mic in hand. David's laughing like a one-man band, talking disco, bell-bottom flares, and a little bit of scripture to say your prayers. It's the past, it's the present, it's the holy air. Sit back and join us, Bible, bibs, and a prayer. Bible, bibs, and a prayer. We're keeping it real. From the red, white, and blue to the spinning wheel. It's stories and devotion, good vibes to share. Come on and listen to Bible, bibs, and a prayer.
Good morning, America. Good morning to you, our friends. Another sunrise, another chance to shine, a chance to show the world that you are special. And yes, you are. A new week is upon you and I, and we have been blessed with, and thank you, Jesus, for that. Let us wake up, friends, and seize the day. How about it? I don't know about you, Dave, but David and I, we are all saddled up. We're going to get that horse in here one day. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to get a horse in here, David. Ready to go this beautiful morning. So come on, open up those eyes, grab yourself some giddy up and go, that rocket fuel. Steaming cup of joe or ice cold, maybe in a bottle, maybe some breakfast, from eggs to cold pizza. You know, David, nothing like a good slice of cold pizza from the night before to get you going.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about pizza here in a little bit, David, because I heard you had a little incident. But it does not matter. We are just happy that you, yes, you are happy here, that you are joining us this morning. And why is that, you might think? Well, you know why? Because you matter, my friends. And that is so important in the world today to know that you've at least got two very masculine, manly men on your side. We got your back, brothers and sisters. But you know what? You are a new creation in God, and more importantly, I pray you are a child of God. Yes, the two go hand in hand. So I'm going to ask you, if you have not given your life to Jesus Christ, then what's the problem? Because look around. You can look to the east, you can look to the west, look up, look down, wherever you are. The world is changing by the minute. And I don't know about you, but if you get into this, the Word of God, it's telling you, whoo, we're in for one wild ride. But you know what? It don't matter how crazy that Bronco gets, that big old stud gets, whatever you're riding, as long as you got Jesus, he'll get you through. All right, so saddle up and let's hit the trail together. Charging, and as we say here at this show, we don't walk. Well, yeah, we do, but we're charging this week into a brand new week with joy in our hearts and a smile on our face. Come on, everybody smile. Smile. You know what? I think I've said this before, David. I'm not a photogenic man. Not in the least. We need to hire a stunt double, in this way, a picture double for me when it comes to smiling. But our friends, every morning is a beautiful morning if you allow it, yes. And that comes down to you, my friends. Your choice every time you get up. Are you going to feed the lamb or are you going to feed the wolf? Are you willing to embrace the beauty, find the good, and forget the bad? And that is a key. Look around at what you have. I bet you're blessed. Rejoice that you are alive. And when you look in that mirror, remember you are beautiful. You matter in this world. And most of all, oh my goodness, you're loved. Now let's get to it, shall we? It's shake and bake time, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, allow me to introduce the one, the only, the man of the hour. I ought to say the myth too, man. I mean, the one, the only. Oh, and by the way, hat off, he was one of my very best friends. Yes, he is. The one, the only, Mr. David Keener. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. You flatter me, sir. And I just say that I have also been told that I have a face for radio as well. So I'm
sweet.
You're in good company.
We need to get you a cowboy hat too. I'm going to search around and find some cowboy hats for us. You know?
There you go.
You like white or black?
Oh, I don't know. White's kind of a thing of the past, it seems.
Yeah,
but
white's like you're always the good guy, the Lone Ranger.
It's not a bad thing necessarily.
Yeah.
But
no, I know, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
You don't see white too often.
Right.
Now, there are some cool hats I would love to buy, cowboy or Western attire, but mucho dinero.
Yeah. go for a tan hat. They make tan cowboy hats.
Yeah, those look good.
Kind of in between there.
Yeah, we'll see what we can find out there. Maybe we could get a donation from somebody, Saltwell Stables. Hey, we need to stop in and say, hey, we've got two guys that have a face for radio, and
need all the help
we
they
are
get.
doing our thing. We need a little help, and we'll do a shout out to you.
Yeah.
So
A couple Stetsons in here, that'd be all right.
Oh boy, you're going big.
Oh, yeah.
All right, my friend, what is new in Keenerville?
I'm gonna turn the mic back on. Not too much. Did a little lawn work this week, and a couple fun stories with that. First of all, my forearm hurts to the point that I struggled to pick this bad boy up, so that's fun. But
Our manly cups.
was doing some pruning of some hedges, some bushes, and I've got landscape lights, and they're real nice landscape lights. They're LED. You can change the colors on them for whatever you want. So they're really nice. And unbeknownst to me, the cable had got up into the bush a little bit, and I'm out there trimming, and out of nowhere, the light turns on. I'm like, well, that's weird. And I look, and none of the other lights turned on, just that one. I'm like, oh, no.
Snap.
I cut that sucker halfway through.
Oh.
So, luckily, praise be the God, I had a spare in the basement. I was able to just swap it out and dodged a bullet on that one. But, mistakes happen, and I got a little crazy with the hedge trimmers. And
David, and that goes for all the women out there. This is why we men keep things. We never throw them away.
Yeah.
For instances just like that.
Yeah, that's right. The
Run down to the basement, you got a new one.
manufacturer doesn't make that anymore. I couldn't have replaced it.
Oh.
But I got lucky that I still had one. So, Of course, you have to stand there for about 10 minutes in amazement at your own stupidity. Like, well, I can't believe I just did that.
Kind of reminds me of Clark Griswold a little bit there.
A little bit.
Cindy out there flipping the switch in the garage. Yes. I know what you're feeling, though. I am still sore from Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. And like an idiot, you go hardcore because
Yeah.
you're feeling good.
Yeah.
Any of you folks out there, you feel good, you think you're 18 again, and I'm going to tackle the world. Oh, my goodness. The next day, I'm still, I canceled a doctor's appointment for my back because I got that epidural.
Yeah.
And it's done wonders, but it's brought out the right side of my back now, how it hurts so bad. And I had an appointment this week, and I just didn't feel like going, so I canceled it.
Yeah.
And now I'm wishing I would have went and said, hey, can I get another epidural on the right side now? Because I'm not going to see them to November. So I feel your pain, brother.
Yeah.
Yes. What else? You said you had a couple. Are there any other stories on the landscaping side?
No, but I think it was just easy for me to say. Mostly the arm, and the arm started before that anyway. I slept on it wrong. It was a whole. It's just so much fun to get older, and you just sleep on things wrong, and they don't work anymore. So
power washing, I have found, hurts my right arm. You're holding that nozzle, you're going to town, and the next day, I've always battled tennis elbow. Never played tennis in a day in my life, but like you said, it's just. How about you folks? You feel the aches and pains too, and again, deep down you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah,
but you do it anyway.
Yeah.
And thank God that wasn't 220 you were tapping into.
Well, I thought of that as I'm fiddling around with it. I'm like, and then it dawned on me, oh shoot! And then I'm like, oh wait, it's low voltage. I'm probably probably
you didn't
okay.
light up.
No, I did not light up. But that could have been a whole other story. We could have had a burning bush, but not the Moses kind.
This is so sad, but I would love to see that on video. Of course, no injury to my number one pal there, but still, that would have been kind of. Oh, anything else? You have a good weekend?
I did. Nice long weekend with the family. A couple cookouts and stuff. Had some ribs over the weekend. Oh yeah.
You dirty dog. That sounds great. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Love a good rack of ribs.
Yeah, I've decided I'm going to try to venture down that meal prep road.
Oh yeah.
I've been on this. I'm taking that Monjaro, which helps with my sugar, but also helps you lose weight, and it has, but it also takes away your appetite to where normally, now by the end of your cycle, it's weekly, you're hungry.
Yeah.
But throughout the week, you're not really hungry, which I've found it's not doing my body any good because I don't eat till late at night. So my body I'm not giving the engine anything. Yeah. So I'm really thinking about doing that rice, chicken, and making those little nice prep things to bring here to the office and, at least get 1 or 2 meals in throughout the day.
They say that not eating is not good for you either because your body goes into it thinks it's starving and it just stores everything.
It stops. Yeah. Exactly. So I've got to do a better job. Yeah. So how about you guys? Anybody out there into those meal preps? Any ideas? Shoot us some comments because I'm about as green can be on that. And now I'm big on chicken broth, beef broth. I love that. I drink it out of the container sometimes, you know, that you add. So I'm thinking add that with a little rice, little beef, chicken. I don't know about beef broth with fish, but, you know. Hey, nothing wrong with a couple cans of tuna, you know. God bless tuna.
That's right.
So, all righty. Well, the humor of the day, you know, David, when my oldest daughter was in the 9th grade, we reluctantly agreed to let her move into the basement, which is always cool for a kid. Then I realized how convenient it was to get her to the breakfast table. Now, before, I used to stand at the bottom of the staircase and just scream and yell. You know how we usually scream up the stairs, come on, you know. The bus is coming. You're going to be late, blah, blah, blah. Now all I have to do is walk over and flick the basement light off and on. You know, and that gets her up here.
Yeah.
Well, one morning I flipped the switch and nothing happened. So I got a little flip happy and bubble, 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 you know. And my daughter yelled up, I'm on my way. My daughter yelled, you don't have to yell at me. Amazing how communication in any form will work sometimes. Yes. But thought of the day, organized religion is a sham. Ooh, here we go. Organized religion is a sham and a crutch for weak-minded people who need strength in numbers. It tells people to go out and stick their noses in other people's business. Now, I wish I could do his imitation. Jesse the Body Ventura. Love old Jesse. Remember Jesse?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But now, before we venture down this road, I've always liked watching and listening to Jesse the Body. From actor, pro wrestler, and color commentator. He was great in The Predator. You know, that big old mini cannon he was carrying. But Jesse, I got to disagree with you on this one. Boy, I wish we could go down to Baja, tune in with him. You know, how he... Will Sasso does, I told you, he does a great imitation of Jesse the Body. But the whole thing, and again with Jesse, I really admire because he gets some good points across. He was the governor of Minnesota, and he got into that whole thing with the late Chris Kyle, that Navy SEAL sniper.
Yeah.
And I wholeheartedly believe Jesse was the victim, and that whole thing was just so wrong. But Jesse, well, this would be kind of cool if we get a response from Jesse. Are you not judging me? Are you not judging followers of Christ without knowing them? True, David?
It's true.
You're kind of calling the kettle black, brother, without even sitting down and getting, boy, maybe we could send out a request to him to come join us on Bible Bibs and a Prayer. That would be cool. Yeah, but you don't know us. And you, I'm guessing, do not know the beautiful and God-filled people that exist that are walking the face of this earth, both past, present, and the future. Spirit-filled brothers and sisters, especially here at Roxford Church. So I'm assuming that you are stereotyping all believers in your statement. Now, David, has that ever happened before with Christians?
Oh, yeah, just a few times.
A little bit of stereotyping going in?
Yeah.
Which usually, we've done something stupid to help bring that on.
Well,
True?
yeah, there's that too.
Yes, as our old Pastor Bob used to say, for all you people that call us a bunch of hypocrites, well, guess what? There's always room at the end of the pew for one more.
That's right.
How true that is. You know, lumping all of us together, which, again, as we said, we've done that throughout the history of man. Now, not even with Christianity. I mean, just look from politics to even our sports fans, you know, from the Browns to the Steelers. Oh, my goodness. Or if you're a Raiders fan, boy, you are wearing the black hat.
Yep.
Yeah. So, especially when it comes to Christianity and the church. David, you've been here 30-some years?
Been here my whole life. 46 years.
Okay. Have you ever encountered that here at Roxford Church? The stereotype.
Oh, yeah. Yep, for sure.
Was it hurtful? Was it just... Let me ask you this. Was there reason for the negativity, we'll call it?
I mean, sometimes yes, sometimes no. It just depends. But, it always hurts, right?
Hurts or ticks you off?
Yeah, both.
Let's be honest.
Both.
I'm going to be honest. Yeah, sometimes well-warranted. Other times, you smoking some good stuff. You know, come on now. And what I love, David, is it usually is... Well, Aunt Mary was run through the mill out at her little church 60 years ago.
Right.
And by golly, ever since they did that to her, I'm never stepping foot in a church again. Come on. That's weak. That's weak, my friends. I'm sorry. I'm calling you out. And it's like this. Now, there is some hot topic in our area right now concerning a pastor in a church, which not getting into that. But I love reading the comments, David. Comments. It gets me in trouble.
No.
And I will not become, unless it's really something good. I stay away from being that keyboard warrior, if you know what I mean.
Right.
But, let me ask you this, guys. If you go back to school, if you had one bad teacher, okay, we have, let's say, 8 teachers throughout our semester in high school.
Sure.
Or, whatever. Just because you have one bad teacher, does that make you just say, okay, I'm quitting school? No.
Right.
You don't quit just because of one. So my challenge, you maybe need to look in that mirror, look beyond yourself, look deep inside to figure out why you really don't want to go to church. And church in this hand, but more importantly, why you don't want to at least look in to God, look into Jesus, look into the story. True?
True.
We're so full of excuses. Everybody's got one, just like our backside, True?
Right.
How about you, listeners? Thoughts from you as well, how we dig these holes and all of a sudden we become very, what's the word I want, David? Comfortable in those holes, in those thoughts. Excuses. Better yet, have you and I been guilty of this as well? Oh my goodness, do we stereotype and do we judge? Now, if you go to Matthew 7, 1-5, Jesus speaks directly to us about judging others. Judge not that you be not judged. For with the judgment you pronounce, you will be judged, and with the measure you use it will be measured to you. Why do you see the speck, I love this, that's in your brother's eyes, but not notice the big old log that's in your own eye? And I usually use a redwood, to get the point across. Or how can you say to your brother, let me take that speck out of your eye, while there is that big old log in your own eye? You hypocrite. Oh, there we go, David. First take the log out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to take the speck out of your brother's eyes. Some serious in-your-face teachings there, I think. Yep. Who are we to judge? But is that not what we do in this world? Yeah, we do. And now that social media has blown up, we talked about this past Sunday. Check us out because we're talking about the Sabbath and resting. But again, giving all the reasons why we don't do this certain command, which we'll get back to that. But it's the truth. As far as we love to judge others, and how some love to pull scripture, David, to use it to benefit their cause.
Yeah.
There's something to ponder. Let's start with something so simple, but yet so true in our own life. Social media. I don't even have my phone with me. How many of us judge others on what they put out there in drama land? Again, like I was talking about the comments. Or perhaps we ourselves love that drama. How many live for that? And for some people, that is all they have in this life. And here's the truth. I've worked with those types of people, so I know they're out there. Your drama, your life's problems equals their happiness. Ever read the comment section? Again, that'll get your old BP up and a head that's starting to turn red. Are you a comment person, David, or do you try to stay away from that?
Oh, were you saying something?
Yeah,
what?
There we go. Thank you. That was a great example there.
No, I try to stay clear of the comment section if I can. Social media is people are such a pain because we live in this cancel culture, right? So if you comment something that somebody doesn't agree with, now all of a sudden you're, just because they don't agree with it, you're a bad guy. And they're not only going to think you're a bad guy, but they're going to try to do everything to ruin you. They're going to try and get you fired from your job. They're going to try and, destroy your life. It's just...
Pick on your family.
Yeah, nobody can have an opinion anymore.
Right. What's that, David? Nobody can have
opinion.
An opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Yes. Now, I will say I love reading comments on products.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Say David buys, what's your blower you got there, David?
Toro.
A Toro blower. Okay, if I need a new blower, I will go on and read the comments.
Yep.
And again, I take it with a grain of salt.
Sure.
Because you're going to have, you might be the one or I might be the one, usually me, that gets that one Toro that's just a piece of junk. You've had a Toro for 20 years and it runs like a champ. But again, I use that kind of stuff to be productive.
Yeah.
Also, when it comes to certain Christian blogs and that, I love reading those. Different ideas, because again, I'm all about your opinion and your ideas. How about you guys? I'm sure you have an opinion and idea about this show. Hopefully it's more on the good side. But again, when we turn it into just a hate fest to where we just spew evil from our mouth, and that's all it is.
Yeah.
Hate and evil. We got some problems, don't we? And it seems like now, and here we are on Facebook. We're on, hey, David, tell us what all we are on now.
Oh, we were on, well, it's not anything new. We've been on for a while, but we're on iHeartRadio. We're on Spotify. We're on Pandora. We're on all these major platforms.
We are out there, baby.
We are.
But we're not trying to call the kettle black here. We're trying to, one, provide you a little bit of entertainment, show you what two good-looking hombres look like. But no, and enlighten you to get you to think. That's all. And guess what? You might not agree with us, and that's okay. You might not agree with me, and that's fine. But we'd love to hear about it. You know, but again, when I get into those comments, and I know when I'm going in, David, I shouldn't be, but it's like I'm like a big old fish out there in the pond, and I see this little worm jiggling. Sometimes I got to take a bite, you know? And not the greatest moments for me when I read those comments. How about it, listeners? Do you venture into comment land or drama land? But you know what? I ended up judging people too. I do. After reading the comments, I'm thinking how little lack of common sense and especially lack of brain matter they have. Sometimes I swear if brain matter, common sense was measured by fuel, most people would not have the ability to drive a P-Ants race car around a Cheerio. Think about that one for a minute. Yes, I know that's wrong for me to say in a way, but I'm also being honest about myself too. And I've found, David, the older we get, man, I want to hear more. I want to hear your stories. I want to hear your opinions.
Yeah.
Because doesn't that help, and especially in my line of work now, my calling, that helps give me extra tools, if you will, the ability to do the job.
Yeah.
To where maybe your problem that I've talked to you about, I can help somebody else that's having the same problem. Or maybe your idea or comment, your opinion might help shed some light on somebody or something I'm struggling with. So it can be a positive, productive thing, our opinions.
Sure.
But when we let loose the wild beast, the lip cannon starts shooting off, well, we got problems. And ladies and gentlemen, Brother Jim, you know what? I have not arrived. I know that's a shocker. I've not arrived. Not even close. But you know what? I've got enough humility in my life to see that. And I'm cool with that, guys. I'm still learning. But you know, here's a great thing, David. If I can help you, if I can make Peg Abram out there, the Linster, whoever else is listening in, if I can, again, we talked about this. If I can be of service to make them smile, if you and I, our banner can make someone feel a little bit better or open up a door to a question they've been struggling with that maybe sends them down a path that might give them the answer, isn't this all worth it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What has happened to human decency and respect, people? Why do we tear others down so easy? Why do we find pleasure in being mean and cruel? Ooh, even hateful. What about you? As our listeners, have you found yourself doing or being that person? Now remember, we were just talking about hate just the other week. Could this be where the hate seed is planted? Question, David, could that be one of the starts of hate where we get into our judgment, our self-righteousness, our opinion matters and nobody else does?
Certainly.
Especially someone who disagrees with us.
Right.
If we allow it, okay. For example, the other day I was telling you I was working my tail off.
Yep.
I got one of them weed burners. It hooks up to propane.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Now, I was out there, and we got this long fence line, and it's so hard to weed eat because the fence goes down, your weed gets tangled up in it.
Yeah.
So it's looking pretty shabby, but I got a lot of dried grass through there now. So Jim gets the idea. Jim's going to take his weed burner and just start burning a little section. Well, David, that's all cool and dandy until it starts moving on down the fence line. Oops. Right. I'm thinking, all right, I didn't even bring a hose out here, and I don't have any water. So I'm in my Crocs, so I run around the other side of the fence. So I'm out there as people were going by. Now, we're not talking a blazing fire, but it could have went. Not that it's going to go anywhere still.
Right.
But I'm out there tamping it out thinking this wasn't exactly my best moment. But my point is that how maybe when we get going and we get used to that, our fire tends to spread and starts to burn brighter and hotter with hate, with discontentment towards people, with you're an idiot and I'm right. Do you think it grows like that sometimes? Is that a good way to explain it, how one little spark can lead to a fire that's going down the line and growing to where you might not be able to put it out?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I would say there's an old hymn. It only takes a spark to get the fire going, and it's talking about God's love, but that can go both ways.
Yes, and that's the other way I'm talking about.
Yeah.
How, and again, once you say it, you own it. Once you put it out in social media land, my understanding, David, you can't get it. Now, you can erase it.
You can, but if somebody saves it, somebody shares it, it's out there.
Photo takes a picture of it.
It's out there.
Something to think about. And an old friend of mine, God bless her, shout out to you there, Miss Bertini. But, yeah, she said, you say it, you own it. And that's always stuck with me. And you're right. You know, David, how about it? As a mayor and police chief and PR spokesman for Keenerville, I like this. You are the mayor, the police chief, and PR spokesman for your family, Keenerville. Do you think this passed on to our kids? Do you think that could be one of our problems? Your children? I'm just going to use you for example. You got 3 kids.
Yeah.
Are they not aware of your actions? Do they not listen? Do they not see how daddy reacts, how daddy spouts off sometimes?
They sure do.
Do you think that could possibly have an impact in a little one's life, informing who these little ones are going to become?
Yeah, absolutely could. And I've seen it with my own eyes. Like, yeah, I know where that came from.
Yeah. Anybody ever slip with a word, and then the next thing you know, you're 2 years. And my grandson, God bless Dawson, he is talking like a storm, and it's like, oh, be careful, little mouth, what you say, because little ears are listening. Yep. And that can go, I mean, it doesn't even have to be profanity per se. You could be talking about Aunt Mary's cake, how dry it is and how bad it is. Yep. And then at the family reunion, little Jimmy comes up, Aunt Mary, my daddy says your cake tastes like sand. Anybody that ever happened to anybody out there? Like, oh, snap. Oh, how about it, friends? That ever happened to you? Let us know whether or not we're on the right track with this. Now, we didn't get into a lot to what old Jesse said, but again, religion, and as I have said before, I have no use for religion because it's man-made. And I think next episode we're getting into that, a little bit more on the definition of religion. But again, a follower of Jesus Christ is what I like.
Yeah.
A follower of Jesus Christ, the new creation. Well, my friends, that just about does it for this Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025. Mr. Dave and my friend, closing thoughts or comments for this segment?
Just as I've heard before, religion will kill you. You don't want a religion. What you want is a relationship with God.
So
make sure
wise words.
You're looking for a relationship and not religion.
Wise words from a wise man. Why do you think he's on that side? He keeps everything together. Mm-hmm.
I just push the buttons.
Yeah, but you don't see the one button he's got. It's a zapper. Every time I start to get out of line, he zaps me, and it's not pleasant. We'll let you think about that one. All right, our friends, as we close, please remember you. Yes, you have meaning, you have value, and most of all, you are loved. May God continue to bless you. Just as well, may you and I continue to thank our Lord above for all our blessings each and every day. And remember, sometimes you need to open up them crusty old eyes, and you've got to look for it because it is there. It's just the way we see life. And sometimes, even myself, I don't even want to see the good because I'm such a cranky person. So let's fight the crankiness this week, shall we? If we meet again, well, then we will smile and rejoice. And if not, then this parting was well made. Thank you for joining David and myself here on Bible, Bibs, and a Prayer. This is the big guy, Brother Jim. Out.